Patrick, can you share all of the great work that's going on at Teen Warehouse in the City of Wilmington?
Sure. I'll highlight three really exciting projects that we are working on right now. So the foundational philosophy of the warehouse is this for teens by teens culture. And what that means essentially is that we are empowering teens to make decisions that impact their lives. So normally the way decision-making process works when it comes to youth is adults make decisions and then they go to teens and say, hey, we've made these decisions for you, what do you think, right? And when you look at that, there's really not any youth voice in that. That's adult voice with youth approval. So what the warehouse is trying to do is flip that script and put teens in charge of decision making that impacts their lives, and then using adults as a guide. So with that in mind, we currently employ 25 teens in two different cohorts. So cohort 1 is currently working on outreach in marketing for the warehouse to try and make sure we have enough members, teenage members, when we open. So also getting out, canvassing, spreading the word about the warehouse and connecting with other teenagers in the community to inform them about what the warehouse is going to be. Cohort 2 is essentially doing a landscape analysis of programming that currently exists in the city. So for those of you that don't know, what's going to make the warehouse really unique is not only is it going to be this safe space where teens can call home, go and hang out with their friends, play basketball, get food, get mentorship. We're also going to have a bunch of different community partners from around the community come in and deliver programming under the REACH pillars, so recreation, education, arts, career, and health. So cohort 2 is doing a landscape analysis to see, okay, what programs already exist in the county, which of those programs do we want to bring into the warehouse, and then also what programming doesn't exist that we know we're going to want, and how do we develop that programming before the warehouse opens up in January. So again, we employ cohort 25 teens, cohort 1 and cohort 2, and they are the main decision makers when it comes to the warehouse. So that's a really good example of how we're empowering teens to make decisions about the things that impact their lives. Another really exciting initiative that the co-director of the warehouse, my fault for missing that, myself and Melody Phillips are the co-directors of the warehouse. Melody is working on a shared transportation initiative, which would really be transformative for the youth and youth-serving organizations of Wilmington. Melody is looking to partner with the City of Wilmington and about a dozen other partners in the community to split the costs of developing a shared transportation system. Why is that a big deal? Because currently one of the main barriers for youth in relation to being able to participate in programming that's available for them in the community is the lack of transportation. So the idea behind this shared transportation initiative is that we would create a transportation loop between key organizations in the city that the City of Wilmington would then help to run and finance, which would allow youth to be able to move freely between these organizations, thus increasing access for teens to programming, and also increasing enrollment for these community organizations in these programs. So we had a really awesome meeting yesterday with 60 community partners, and one of the main topics of discussion was this shared transportation system. And then finally, and most exciting for me because it's a project that I've developed, we received a significant grant from Newcastle County to fund our partnership with Howard High School. And what is that partnership, you might ask? Well, as a former dean of students, I used to run detention, and I saw how useless detention was. At the warehouse, we believe behavior is a communication of need. So if we really want to address behaviors that are impacting our environments and our schools, then we need to address the root cause of those behaviors, which when you boil it down is unmet needs. So the warehouse is partnering with Howard to get rid of detention, and in place of detention, the warehouse will use its for teens by teens philosophy in partnership with social emotional learning skills and restorative practices to support these young people who are earning consequences and actually work to address the unmet needs that are causing these behaviors. So we'll be doing that program 2 days a week after school at Howard in place of detention.
If anyone wanted to get in contact with you, Patrick, or Melody, what is the information that you can share for them to reach you?
Absolutely. So the best way to reach out to Melody or myself at the warehouse would be to go on our website, www.teenwarehouse.org. You can find a ton of information about our facility and our programs, as well as contact information for my co-director, Melody Phillips, and myself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Portia.